Hello everyone, Pray for Death here from Infinite Chaos Global Gaming. I wanted to make a simple video on how to add a mod to your DayZ server. Now before we get started, there's a couple things that we should do. We should make sure that our server is stopped, and we should also have a checklist so we can keep track of our progress. Alright, so we're going to add ATV Mung, so we need to subscribe to it. So we've subbed. Now we need to go to the root folder and add the root folder. We're going to keep this up and just drag this on as we need. Alright, so we are subscribed. Now we need to go and add it to the root folder. So we do this via FileZilla. I'll put the links to all these in the description. So here's ATV Mung. So we need to make sure that DayZ is selected on this side, the DayZ standalone. And then we select ATV Mung. Then we're going to go ahead and upload. Now it is uploading the files to this. As it's doing that, we're going to go ahead and go mark it off that we have uploaded it. So we've added the root folder. It's in the process. Next step is going to be key. Slide that off. And it's still sitting here transferring. There you go. It is done. So now we need to find the key. So you open up ATV Mung. We're going to go to the key. Here's the key for it. So we're just going to have the key selected. And we're going to make sure DayZ is selected here. We're going to scroll down to where we see keys. We're going to go back over here and we're going to upload the key now. So now the key is uploaded. I always like to just make sure my cursors are back up at the top where they need to be. We're going to close this. We have the key now, so let's mark off key. Key is done. Types is up next, but alrighty. So for that, I use Notepad++ to adding the files, the types files. Now, how you're going to find the types files is you want to go to your DayZ server. You download them from your file browser, and it's going to be listed under DayZ standalone, missions, whatever map you're playing on, and then DB. And here's your types. Now before you start messing around with it, it's a good thing to download it and save a copy. For me, I personally have a DayZ server one, and these are my live ones. These are all the things that I've modded that are live, so I know I can fall back on them. When I'm modding something, I make a copy of the types, pull it out here, and I edit this one out here so that it's never messed with the live one, and I can always fall back. Whenever I'm adding stuff, I save the stuff that I'm adding here because they're just their types. And then I take this, open both those files, and merge them together manually. And that also gives you something to fall back on. So I've already downloaded and saved my file in there for today. So we're going to need to get the files to edit add there. So we're going to go into the editing program. We're going to open. We're going to go to DayZ server. And then we're going to open this types. Now this is the one that's live on my server right now. Now the meanings for each of these, nominal is how many is on the map, lifetime is how long it'll exist, restock is how long when it does the restock, how long between each restocks, minimum is how many before it restocks. These two I'm not quite sure on. There is a very good description right here that tells you the description of what each of them mean. And I'll put this down in the description for everybody so that they can look at it and understand it for themselves. This is where it counts on map, counts if you're holding it, counts if it's buried, and then where it'll spawn and stuff like that. Usage is like who it's spawning on and stuff like that. So we'll go down here to the bottom, and since we're going to add a new one, I like to put a little space here like this. So I'll add the new one here, and then I can see the spaces so that I know where I need to put in the new one at. So now we're going to open the one that we're going to do. Oh, we haven't acquired that file yet. So in order to get that file, you're going to want to open up a file explorer, go to wherever your DayZ folder is. You want to do / workshop. And now we're going to go ATV Mung. We're going to open this up, and here's the types. So we're going to take this and we're going to copy it. We're going to go back to that DayZ server. We're going to put it into this add one. I always like to put the ads in here. And it already says ATV type, so I don't need to mess with that. So I'm going to make a copy of this, pull this back out in here like this. So now I got both of them where I want to modify them from. Now I'm going to open, grab my ATV types. So here's the ATV types, and he's already got it nicely formatted. It's always a good thing to just scroll down, make sure that they're all spaced right, they have the proper names, that you don't have one that lists like 1,000 or something where it could possibly break your server or anything like that. So once you grab everything, you want to highlight it, make a copy of it, bring it over here, paste it in. You check the back end here, close this off. You know that's good. Now, you just want to scroll up. Now, I went too far because this is VDub. That's something that I've already added. So I'll scroll back down. These are advanced scopes. See, I went way too far up. You gotta be careful in here. All right, ATV. See, and here's the top, ATV right here. Now notice that this types is off, so we're going to want to put this on the right line and then close the gap. So now that's good. So we're going to save as, and we're going to save it over this one right here because that's the one we're going to upload. Yes, we want to replace it. All right, we can close this. We're done with that. We can go back here to our server folder. We can delete this ATV types because we still have a copy in here, ATV types. This is the one that we're going to upload when we get to it. So now we have our types done. So we can go back to our little check pad here. We got our types done. All right. All right, now let's check and see if he has any ads, configs, or anything else like that in the folder for us. We want to find the live one. So we need to go to, I can find this by quick access, types, Steam library, here you go. Okay, I'll do it the hard way. Steam library, Steam apps. Once you're in Steam apps, you go Steam apps, common, DayZ. DayZ, like I said earlier, \, workshop, ATV Mung. Now he only has types here. Let's just check in keys, check in types, check in add-ons. So he has no config spawn or any config spawn, trader, or event. So these are NA. So we can go ahead and mark these NA. I usually have a clipboard and a piece of paper. I'll show you a picture of that. So we've done those. We're going to upload the types now, and then we're going to go on to adding it to the server. All right, so we can close all these. We go back to our server interface here. We're going to upload the types that we modified, which was this types. So we're going to open it. Wait for it to the upload on there. Now let's get the correct name of it, ATV Mung. Copy that. So now it's uploaded on there. Now we're going to go back to our general settings. Once you get back to your general settings, you want to go and place it in here. I like to place them at the end, but not, your admin tools should be at the back, but I place them right before the admin tools. So now I'm going to paste that in, semicolon, make sure it's an @ and a semicolon. I'm going to save it. Okay, now it's saved. Now we'll go back here. So now it's been added. So now we're going to start our server up and test it and make sure it works. And then you decide if you want to keep it or not. So I'm going to hit start server. Now one good thing is while this is starting, after it starts up, I like to check at the log files and see if anything like strange has happened where it said that, can't load this, can't do that, to see if it's a regular type load. Another way that you can also check it is you can check here and you can bring up servers. Now this is going to show the server previously if it had grabbed it. If not, after it's reloaded, you can use this to check and see if it's properly loaded on here. So we'll wait for this to restart. Oh, okay, so now it's restarted. Let's bring up our DayZ launcher, and I don't think it's been up long enough for the DayZ launcher to grab it, but we'll wait and see. Sometimes it takes being up for a couple seconds before it'll show up. Oh, nope, it already showed up. And it lists 21 available mods. It doesn't show a missing mod or anything. So this means it's correctly loaded for me and, up there. Now, if it's working, that's another thing, because it's going to be different for everybody's server. So we'll go ahead and hit play here, and we'll open it up, and we'll see how it works. All right, so we have DayZ up here. So if it was like an admin type of mod, you can always open this up and you can scroll down. And if you see the things here, like when kill feed was loaded, I saw this here. It's a good signature that you're on the right track. All right. so let's go back and let's load into it. Now I'm going to have to kind of pause here because I've got a password on mine. Okay, game is loaded up and it is in the game. We use our admin tools and it's right there, and there she is. So yeah, that's how you would load in just a basic simple mod with just XML files. If you have any questions or need help with anything, please feel free to reach out to us on our Discord. Thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day.